Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another full face of using Dollar Tree makeup and that gorgeous Love Peace and Groovy palette. Lots of new products in this video as well and small mini reviews, thoughts, first impressions. So if you're interested in this type of tutorial and Dollar Tree makeup, I'm excited for today's look. And I can't wait to share all my thoughts on all the new products that I found at the Dollar Tree. So let's get started. To start off, I'm using the LaColors Lip Oil in Mint, and I was just like shocked at this scent. It smells so good, and it is all tingly on the lips. Of course, I'm using the Ageless Studio Shadow Stay Eyeshadow Primer. It's $1 on Shop Mascara. You can't find primers usually at the Dollar Tree, so I'm using the Ioni brow pencil in soft brown. And this pencil is not the best match for my brows. It is a bit warm. It's a little too light, but we will make it work because I really love the formula of this one and I cannot wait to get my hands on a different shade. This is just the only one I've been able to find. So I continue to do my boxy brows because that's what I prefer, and I'll fill them in. I'm going to take a spoolie through them to disperse the product through them, and then I'm going to clean them up with a Q-tip and just kind of like perfect them a little bit. To further perfect them, I'm going to be using the Be Pure Eyebrow Highlighter Pencil. And this thing is awesome. It's amazing. I've had it for a while. You just kind of line your brows underneath to highlight them and it blends out really easily. You can also use this in your inner corner or your waterline. The Be Pure Hydrating Primer Serum infused with rose oil. I have some second thoughts on this particular product. From my first initial trying this out, at first the rose scent bothered me, but I barely notice it now. I'm loving the glow that it gives my skin. I love it. And I enjoy how fast it absorbs into the skin, and it's not heavy, it's a very light formula. So I'm continuing to enjoy this product. I just had some second thoughts. Of course, we're going to go in with the Love Peace and Groovy eyeshadow palette to create this bright, fun, tropical kind of look. I'm going to go in with Warhol, and I'm using a pencil style crease brush, and I'm going to be pressing that into the inner portion halfway into the crease. So I'm just pressing that in to build up the shade. These are matte. They do take a little bit of building and working with, but in the end I do like the color payoff that I get with them. It would be more vibrant if I used a white base, but I don't particularly like using a white base all the time. I just kind of like building it up on its own and seeing what I can get out of it on just a primer. So next up I'm going to be taking Peace, and this is also on a more dense pencil style kind of crease brush, and I'm really going to work that into the middle portion of the crease, pressing that in to build it up, adding little by little small amounts to work that in, build it up, and make it as vibrant as I can get it without using a white base. So just build that up. And this palette is really nice, surprisingly, for $1.25. It does have a little bit of fallout, but you know, that's to be expected. This shade's called Hippie, and it's a bright blue. And I'm going to take this on a more fluffy crease brush, but on the side of the brush, and I'm going to press that in my outer corner up into the rest of the crease area. And it's still kind of considered the outer corner in the outer portion of the crease. So pressing that in. Now this shade there did get a little bit patchy, but after building it up some more and adhered to the lid nicely, the patchiness just went away. So that can happen with matte shades. But overall, I'm still really enjoying this palette for $1.25, and you cannot beat the beautiful colors. So here I'm going to go in and kind of start blending the shades. And I'm doing that by kind of going over each color where they meet. So kind of blending over top of them and adding shade to further blend them together. And now I'm going to be taking tie-dye, and it's a lighter blue. And I'm going to use that against this blue shade only in the crease, and this is going to help blend this blue shade out, because it's one of this shade in particular didn't really want to blend out, but with the help of that lighter blue, it helps it fade out. So LaColors in Vogue eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to be taking the shimmery champagne shade on a flat shader brush, and of course I'm going to be wetting my brush to do so, and I'm literally going to paint this on. So I'm going to use kind of like painting swiping motions and a little bit of pressing, and just applying that all over the lid. Now I could do a matte lid, but I'm not the biggest fan of that. I'd rather do like a shimmery lid and do an all matte crease and outer corner. But sometimes we do switch it up, and this time I just decided to do the shimmery lid though. So once I have that on, we're going to go back in and I'm going to continue to blend. I like to show all the blending process because I do go over my shades a lot and blend them, and we try to avoid them becoming muddy. So back in that In Vogue palette from LaColors, I'm going to be taking that lightest shade in the palette that is matte. It's just a nude vanilla bone kind of shade, pressing that under the eyebrow and down into the crease colors. And I'm going to start blending those out, so I just kind of go over them with the brow highlight, and I'll go back in with the other brushes as well and just blend those in the crease to give myself a seamless fade. Now I'm going to clean up with these green tea refreshing wipes from the Dollar Tree. I love these. Those wipes have been really nice. And we're also taking the Be Pure Essentially Ageless Blur Face Primer. I absolutely love this face primer. It is so nice. It actually does blur the pores and face. And it's just this light pink shade, and I believe it just like blends out. It doesn't add any more pinkness or redness to my face. It's already there. And I've been enjoying this Essentially Ageless line. I'm also taking this AOE Studio Mochi Wonder Blender, and these are $1.88 on shopmissay.com. Really nice soft sponge. And of course we're doing the LaColors liquid makeup today, and this comes in a mess free pump. It's 0.41 ounces, cruelty free. This doesn't have a scent to it either. I did get the shade Natural, and this is a limited shade range in this as well. It's a thick formula, as you can tell, and the shade might be a little bit off, but we do make it work. I like that you can see the progress and usage with the clear bottle. I love that. Claims to have a complete coverage. I don't agree with that. This has buildable coverage, yes, but straight out of the container onto the face, there's no full coverage, no. One application is sheer, because you can still see my imperfections, the redness on my face. It does apply, like, it's like got a lightweight formula despite it being, you know, thick. It's not cakey. It does blend easily, and most surprisingly, this did not oxidize like I thought it would even after hours of wear. I just assumed that it would, but it did not, and I'm so surprised. I applied the foundation with both a sponge and a brush, and I prefer the brush. The sponge seemed like it was just absorbing a large portion of the foundation, where the brush gave me a more even and more concentrated application. LaColors has done an amazing job at reformulating their products over the years, and I like this foundation. I totally had my thoughts on it and pre-thoughts and determinations over this product, and I'm pleasantly surprised. Now I'm taking the Sassy and Chic mini blending sponge. Of course it is wet, and I'm using the Essentially Ageless Hydrating Serum Concealer. This concealer is amazing. Amazing. The formula is so good. It's a serum concealer, and I love how it applies. It blends out, it's buildable, and it's so lightweight, and it does not settle in your fine lines. Paired with this Be Pure Essentially Ageless powder, absolutely amazing. I cannot say it's enough about this. And that's the blurring pressed powder, by the way. The combination of these two are like holy grail. Like, I love them so very much, and I use them all the time. It's amazing. These are 2 items I highly recommend from the Dollar Tree. And then I'm going to use the pressed powder from LaColors. I got the shade Ivory. This is also a limited shade range, and you get 7 grams of product. There's no scent to this, and it does come with a puff applicator. It's cruelty free, and it does have cheap, hard to close packaging. I'm not crazy about that, but it does come with a mirror, so that's nice. This silky smooth powder applies evenly. It's not super pigmented, so it gives a more natural look. Lightweight, and it does give a bit of coverage. I didn't think it was cakey or heavy on the skin, and it doesn't look like I'm wearing powder. It just blends into the face and looks flawless. So, and there was no oxidation either. I really, really like this combination here with the liquid makeup and the pressed powder. It was really, really nice. So I definitely am going to be testing that out some more, and I love it. The LaColors New Glam bronzer in Siren. This is a nice matte bronzer. If you're fair tone like me, you could use the LaColors pressed powder in Tan. That works amazing for fair tones. And this also, if you combine this bronzer, is really nice. So I just bronze my face up with it, give some color back to my skin, and then I'm going to blend it out. Of course, every powder product I put on my face, I blend out with a kabuki brush. Next up, I'm going to be taking the Ioni liquid blush in Rosette. The applicator on this particular one, you're going to see, is like really, really messy. It's the messiest one that I own, but this has got a light scent to it. It is super pigmented. Super pigmented. A soft, buildable product. Go in with a light hand, because this is literally where I'm like, oh my gosh, I messed up way too much, but we try to fix it a little bit. You can build up the shade. The formula is lightweight and non-drying. It has a hydrating effect, even though it's a matte liquid formula. These blushes are amazing and can be applied over powders without lifting other face products off of the skin, and I absolutely love them for that. It blends effortlessly and can be sheared out or worn to full volume, because she is loud. And it's absolutely stunning and amazing blush formula. So I'm using this LaColors in Vogue eyeshadow palette as my highlighter. I still have not found a highlighter at the Dollar Tree, so I'm just going to work with what I have. I like how it turned out. I think it looks really cute. I just kind of apply it in all my highlighting areas, like the forehead, the nose, and the cupid's bow, and the chin, and the cheeks. And I'm going to, of course, blend that out. Also, I was talking over top of it, but I did take LaColors pressed powder over the blush to try to tone it down. I think it helped, but it's not perfect. So here I'm taking the LaColors gel eyeliner in Midnight Black and this Santee gel eyeliner in this green shade. And then I'm also going to be taking LaColors gel eyeliner and this bright blue here, and I've not done this on my channel, I don't believe, and done like 2 different lower lash lines, but I've always like wanted to do that, so here we are today. So one lower lash line is going to be blue and the other one's going to be green. So I'm going to take the coordinating eyeshadows that I use in the crease on the lower lash line, and I'm taking the yellow in the inner corner. Airway Studio Lash Adhesive and the Ioni lashes in Boudoir, and they have the rhinestones on them, and any of the Ioni lashes from Dollar Tree, highly recommend them. They are amazing, and it literally, I know I've been applying lashes for a long time, but it literally took me like 20 seconds to apply the lash. LaColors Bold Lash. This is cruelty free. It's a lash defining brush. It actually is very black, and it has cute packaging on it. I love this small defining brush because it is perfect for the lower lashes. I need to further test this because I did just use it to mesh my real lashes with my false lashes. In this particular look, when I do bright looks like this, I like to keep my lower lash line clean. I don't want any black eyeliner, no mascara on my lower lash line. But I did use this a few days ago on my lower lash line and in a different video, and it works amazing. I love it. I didn't notice any clumping or flaking throughout the day. It is very black and it is not too wet or thin of a formula. So I'm loving it so far. Next up we have lips. And for lips today I do have a new product to test out, and this is the Color Swirled Lip Gloss. It's a watermelon scented. I think this is a really cute idea, but as soon as you start using this lip gloss, it starts to mix together and there is no longer any swirl to this lip gloss. The watermelon scent is off-putting to me personally because it smells like watermelon alcoholic drinks. And I do not like the smell of alcohol. I do not drink. So I do not like that smell at all. But otherwise, I love the scent of watermelon usually. It's a very pretty pink lip gloss with a light pink golden shimmer throughout. It's a non-sticky formula, which I love, and you can see the shimmers on the lips. Now I'm going to be using my fan and the Le Mercier All Day Setting Spray. This is a matte setting spray on the face to set the makeup, and I'm going to fan that off. And I do like this setting spray, and I'm so happy that I got to find a setting spray at the Dollar Tree. It was pretty awesome. This is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it, found the video helpful. We'll try the look out for yourselves. Don't forget to check the description box as well as the cards for additional links and a product list. I thank you guys so very much for watching. Stay tuned for more Dollar Tree makeup tutorials.